So let's talk about these Kyrie Irving leaving the Celtics rumors. As a Celtics fan, this terrifies me, because with him, they are at least a finals contender, and without him, the conversation becomes a bit different. And I think the reason why these rumors are out there and why the Celtics front office is reportedly scared that he'll leave is because Kyrie is a huge weirdo. Now, I don't think he's Kawhi Leonard levels of out there, but I don't think he's too far away either. In fact, the only difference between him and Kawhi may just be that Kyrie is at least 15% more social. But when you look at the situation in Cleveland, I don't think it mirrors the Celtics situation that much from a basketball standpoint. Because, of course, the Cavs were LeBron does everything. We're going to go all out on winning in the moment. So forget about future picks and young players, which I'm sure Kyrie cared more about than LeBron did. Whereas the Celtics team is everybody chips in, and this team's got draft picks and young players for days. But it doesn't change however Kyrie feels inside and what he feels is the proper place for him, right? And given that the New York Knicks have been so involved in rumors, maybe he thinks New York is the right place, right? So there's a lot to unpack here, and I think where I want to start is Kyrie seems like the kind of guy where I don't know if he wants to be the number one guy, but I have some reason to believe it, right? Because, of course, that's a big rumor as to why he left Cleveland or wanted to leave Cleveland is because LeBron was the main dude and Kyrie wants to get his Kobe on with his Mamba mentality thing and he wants to run the show, right? And I think he got the opportunity to do that in Boston for a stretch, but is it possible that the Celtics' success in the postseason may have rubbed Kyrie the wrong way? We have to remember, we're dealing with a dude who is a bit out there with his flat earth theories and thinking he's smarter than everybody else, because if you've seen his follow-up quotes to that earth theory, where he basically praised himself for spinning everyone else's world and getting into a whole bunch of stuff about being an intellectual person and all that, like, I think the dude has some fun with being the showcase of some weird stuff, right? So maybe he sees the Celtics getting all the way to Game 7 of the conference finals, and he says, well, crap, now I don't have all of the shine, so to speak, which is a thing that NBA players sometimes care about. I mean, I remember there were rumors of LaMarcus Aldridge being a little jealous that Damian Lillard was becoming the number one dude in Portland. And hell, there were rumors that he felt similarly about Kawhi Leonard. We've seen Dwight Howard be jealous for years now that he isn't the main dude on offense. Now, Kyrie is better than both of those guys, but nonetheless, that is a thing that we've seen with NBA players, right? So maybe he feels, he sees Terry Rozier dropping 20-something points a game. Not that I believe that Terry Rozier is anywhere close to Kyrie Irving, but he sees Jason Tatum, he sees Gordon Hayward coming back, he sees the praise that Brad Stevens deservedly gets, and he says, man, if we win a title, people aren't going to be kissing my ass like that. Maybe that's what Kyrie wants. I mean, I have to believe that if you'd actually even consider leaving this Celtics situation, there'd have to be something like different about you, because from a basketball standpoint, it doesn't get much better than this, man. Especially because with the draft picks and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, this team's going to be good for a long time. Now, of course, the Celtics have the benefit of being able to give Kyrie the most amount of money amongst every team in the league, so that'll help them out. But still, it does have this weird, cloud over it. A lot from these reports. The other thing I want to address is talking about the Knicks, right? So, if it is true that Kyrie just wants to be as praised as possible, then being the guy who saved the Knicks would definitely do more for him than winning a championship or whatever with the Celtics, right? Especially because when you look at Kyrie's play style, he was made for Madison Square Garden, right? The crossovers, the step backs, the spin moves, the off-legged layups and fallaways, and the whole thing, right? The dude is New York basketball personified. And when you contrast that to Boston, I mean, have you ever been to a Celtics game? It's not exactly a diverse or young crowd, to say the least. And you combine that with, like, just the overall vibe of Boston, and, I mean, to put it bluntly, maybe it's just not cool enough for Kyrie. Perhaps he wants to win, be the number one guy, but then also just maximize, like, jersey sales and all that stuff, and be as exciting as possible and show up on highlight reels all the time, which he does anyway, but, you know, if you're doing it in a Knicks jersey, then perhaps it's got a little bit more oomph behind it. There were also some rumors of him talking to Cavaliers players back when he was on Cleveland, saying that he would like to play for the Knicks one day. And we should also say, like, the Knicks are not in a horrible situation if you are a star free agent, I would think, just because, like, you've already got Porzingis, Fizdale's a good coach, and then the team has, like, cap space, but they also have, like, 1-year tradable contracts that they could quickly turn into veterans and go into win right now mode if someone like a Kyrie Irving signed there. And Kyrie clearly cares about the basketball situation as well, because I think part of the reason why he wanted out from Cleveland was because he heard all the rumors about LeBron leaving, and then he saw the situation of, well, we're just full of veterans and we don't have many draft picks moving forward, so why the hell would I want to stay here? Because the moment this guy leaves, we're going to be a mess. So yeah, I think you can put pretty much all of these things into a blender, and what's going to come out, I don't know. We're going to have to wait a few months on that one. My gut feeling tells me maybe this is just Celtics bias, hoping that he will re-sign, but I have to feel like you'd re-sign. Like, at a certain point, the basketball situation has to be so good that you really can't see yourself going anywhere else, right? I don't know. We're going to have to find out.